Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing another dupes video, and today we're going to be focused on skincare. So I do have some other videos just like this. If you really enjoy this video and want to check those out, I'll go ahead and leave the playlist link down below. And when it comes to skincare dupes, I think it's actually really hard to truly dupe a skincare product like you can with makeup. I think with makeup it's a little easier because even if the formulation isn't exactly the same, you can make it look the same on your face and sort of get the same result. But when it comes to skincare, I feel like ingredients really matter and they really should be the same if you're gonna make a dupe. So I feel like these are more like lower cost alternatives than dupes, although I did make sure that the main ingredients or the main selling points were the same in each product. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. All right, guys, so the first product I want to talk about is the L'Occitane Almond Shower Oil. So this retails for $25, and I have loved this product for a really long time. I've used it for years and years, and I always buy it in the wintertime because it is so gentle on my dry skin. It starts out as an oil, and then in the shower, when it hits the water, it turns into like a milky lather, but it's just really, really super softening. And also, I love the scent. It just smells so good. It's so like warm and comforting. I love it. But I did find an alternative this year, and if you guys watched my Vlogmas, I showed this product already, but I got it in another scent, which was actually the sweet almond scent. So this is the a la Maison or a la Maison. I'm not sure how you say this. I did not take French in high school. I took Spanish, so I apologize for butchering the name, but this is their liquid soap for hand and body. So I actually do have one of these down at the sink, which is the one that I showed in Vlogmas, and that's a coconut scent. This one is sweet almond, and I actually just put this one in my shower, and I've been using it this week, and I love it so much. It really is even better than the L'Occitane one because it foams up a little bit more, yet it's still as nourishing, and it doesn't strip or dry out your skin at all. It actually has a very simple ingredient list. The ingredient list is filtered water, coconut oil, olive oil, vegetable glycerin, argan oil, vitamin E, and then fragrance. That's it. It's such a nice product. It's made in France. They said it's actually their traditional recipe that dates back to 1828. And I love how soft this makes my skin. I actually found it in my local grocery store, but you can get it on places like Amazon and iHerb, and it's around $8 a bottle. And this 16.9 ounce bottle will last you a super long time as well. Next up, I've been looking for a retinol to put around my eye area because I am seeing some fine lines underneath my eyes. And I know retinol can be really harsh and kind of irritating, especially like before you get through that stage of your skin adjusting to it and all that. So I was looking at the Peace Out Retinol Eye Stick, which retails for $28 at Sephora. This just looked like such a cool idea because it's actually a balm versus a cream or a serum. So I felt like it might be a little bit more hydrating underneath your eyes, especially because a balm is just thicker and it's not going to evaporate as quickly as a cream would. But then I saw this new product from Versed, and Versed honestly has become one of my favorite affordable skincare brands. Their ingredients are so amazing, and this is their Smooth Landing Advanced Retinoid Eye Balm. So this retails for $17.99. It comes in a little pot, which honestly isn't as convenient as the Peace Out stick. I feel like maybe they should try doing that next, but not really the end of the world. It's the same kind of formulation, and it actually contains gram-active retinol, which is stronger and more effective than just plain retinol, which is in the Peace Out stick. Here's a little chart that I got off the Versed website, so you can kind of see the different retinols and what their strengths are. And similar to retinoic acid, it actually doesn't need to be converted in your skin, and it's incredibly effective, yet gram-active retinoid is much less irritating than tretinoin and doesn't require a prescription either. So I just love how smoothing this balm is on my under eye area, and I haven't had any issues whatsoever with dryness or flaking. It hasn't irritated me at all. And I just love how the balm gives my skin a really dewy, hydrated look. So I haven't been using it that long. I can't really speak to the claims, but I was so excited to find a retinol balm for my eyes at a much more affordable price. And I love that it's safe for your eye area because a lot of retinols, you just don't want to put them too close. And this one is specifically formulated for that. And speaking of retinol, I've also been wanting to get a retinol body cream to put all over because I tend to ignore my body when it comes to just anti-aging and all that. And I really want to make sure that, you know, the skin stays firm and not just use a regular body lotion, but maybe a little something more like I do on my face. I feel like the wintertime is the perfect time to just start using something and getting my skin on my body all ready for the warmer weather. So I had my eye on one from Paula's Choice, but it's $29 and it's only like a 4-ounce bottle. So I felt like that would go really quickly, especially if you're putting it all over. And I was a little bit hesitant, but Versed actually makes one now as well. And this is a 6-ounce bottle for $17.99. So it's quite a bit cheaper than the Paula's Choice. And they both contain the same concentration of retinol. It's 0.1%. And the best thing about the Versed one as well is that it has encapsulated retinol. So it causes less irritation because it bypasses the surface of your skin and just goes right down in. It also has cocoa butter, squalane, and vitamin E, and it just has this really nice creamy feel without being too heavy or sticky, so it sinks right in. You can get dressed pretty quickly, and it's unscented, which is another great thing, so it's not going to compete if you wear perfume. I actually use this during the day right now because I'm all covered up, so it doesn't really matter that much, but come the summertime, I'll probably either switch to using it at night, or if I do use it during the day, I'm going to make sure to use an SPF of 30 or higher because retinol can become less effective in sunlight. It can also make your skin a little bit more sun sensitive. So you just have to be careful when using retinols if your skin is going to be exposed to sunlight. Next up, I also found an alternative for my Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. So I like to use peptides as an anti-aging ingredient as well. This is something you can use easily during the day. It's not going to make your skin sun sensitive like retinol will. So I typically use retinol at night and then peptides or something with peptides in it during the day. And I really like this cream. It's unscented, it's really gentle, and it has those anti-aging and firming peptides and niacinamide. So it's just a really solid all-around moisturizer. But then I found the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Cream, and this stuff is so good for only $10. This also contains peptides, niacinamide, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, all the same things that are in the Drunk Elephant cream. So they really have quite a bit in common. And I actually think the e.l.f. is a little bit thicker and richer in texture, which my dry skin really loves. I mainly used to use the Drunk Elephant in the summertime, which was fine because my skin is definitely more toward the normal side that time of year. But now that it's winter, I have been loving the e.l.f. one. I really was skeptical about this line at first. I know everybody raved about this cream and so many people told me to try it, but I was just like, how good could it be? Like, I didn't know if I trusted e.l.f. to make skincare necessarily. I mean, they do have great makeup, but I just wasn't positive. And once I tried this, I was definitely convinced. I really can't tell the difference at all between these two. And like I said, I actually like the e.l.f. a little bit more because to me, it's a little more hydrating. I also have another e.l.f. product that I've really been loving, and it's a solid dupe for one of my favorite cleansing balms, which is the Clinique Take the Day Off. So this is $34. I actually have a little one right now, and once this is gone, I will not be repurchasing the full size because this is the exact same thing basically. So I find that the Clinique one is so effective at removing my makeup, and it doesn't leave a greasy film behind like a lot of cleansing balms do. So that's one reason I really loved it. It's also unscented, but the e.l.f. one does the exact same thing. It's unscented. It doesn't leave the greasy film behind, and I feel like it breaks down makeup just as well as the Clinique. So I'll show you guys just me putting some makeup on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use eyeshadow, liner, mascara, everything that I would normally put on my eyes. And I'll put the Clinique over on the left-hand side, and you can see like how quickly it just breaks down the makeup. It really does a great job at dissolving everything. And on the right, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm, and it's amazing how quickly this also breaks down makeup. It's just as good as the Clinique in my opinion. It works the same way. If you have really stubborn eye makeup, it'll definitely remove it, no problem. And whenever I use this, I don't wake up with any kind of makeup residue underneath my eyes. Sometimes I use a cleanser and I think everything is gone, and then I wake up in the morning and there's still like some mascara smudge there that I didn't happen to get. But whenever I use this or the Clinique one, I don't have any residue. But at $10, this one is so much cheaper than the Clinique Clinique. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to be repurchasing this one. The next product I wanted to share is a great alternative for Dr. Jart's Cicapair cream. So I've actually been looking for a good Cica cream lately because I've been having a lot of redness, especially in like the middle of my face, from my nose kind of into my cheeks. I don't know if it's the beginnings of rosacea or something going on, but I just feel like my face always looks red. And I've heard that Cica creams can calm the redness down, they calm down inflammation, and lab studies show that it can actually boost collagen production as well. So that's one thing that I don't think it's been proven in the skin yet, but in labs it definitely has. But the Cicapair cream is $49.50 for a tube, so it's a little bit on the pricey side. And I recently discovered this one from Beauty Pie. This is the Happy Face Extreme Relief Cica Moisture Cream. I know a lot of you guys have been a little bit hesitant about Beauty Pie. I've done several videos on them in the past, and they're basically a members only site, so you do have to pay to get the club member prices, kind of like a Costco membership where you pay a yearly fee and then you can get these really affordable prices. But if you didn't want to make a yearly commitment, Beauty Pie does have a day pass option now. So for $10, you can just sign up for one day, buy what you want, and then try them out, see if you like them. And if you feel like the products are worth it and you want to do the yearly membership, then you could always go back and do that. And I honestly can't recommend Beauty Pie enough. They are incredible. Everything is so high end, from the makeup to the skincare, especially the skincare. I've been using so much of it over the past couple of years and I've just had the best luck with it. So a product like this would cost you $60 at Beauty Pie if you're not a member, but members pay $13.50 for it. So everything is priced like drugstore, but you're getting the same great ingredients as you would in a higher end cream like the Dr. Jart, for example. So this cream is actually made in Japan and it claims to deliver extreme relief for highly sensitive, dry, and rosacea prone skin. It also has ceramides to help boost your skin's barrier, which is another great thing if you're dry. On the website, they claim that it's like a cashmere blanket for your skin, and it really does have such a soft and soothing and beautiful texture, and it quenches my dry skin without being sticky. I'm so excited to just keep on using this. I already feel like the redness in my skin definitely calms down when I use this, so I've really been loving it. Next up, when it comes to dark spots and discoloration, I do have quite a bit of sun damage right here on my cheeks underneath my eyes. I know I talk about it a lot when I'm doing makeup reviews. I'm always talking about trying to cover those up. And on the skincare side, I'm always trying to actually fade them and get rid of them. And one product I've been very interested in lately is the SkinCeuticals Discoloration Defense, but it's $98 and I'm like, is it going to really work? I don't know if I want to spend that much money. And when it comes to SkinCeuticals, I feel like so many influencers are always talking about them and raving about them, but I just wasn't sure. And then after doing some research, I actually found another product that has almost the exact same ingredients, and that is again from Versed. I told you guys I've really been loving this brand. This is the Out of Sight Dark Spot Gel. So both this and the SkinCeuticals have tranexamic acid. SkinCeuticals has it at 3%, the Versed is at 2%. Both products also have kojic acid at 1%, and it's the same in both, and then niacinamide at 5% in both. So those three ingredients are exactly the same and almost in the same concentrations, and all three ingredients work in different ways to block the production of melanin in your skin, and melanin is what's giving those dark spots their pigmentation. So eventually they'll just return back to their natural color and blend in with the rest of your skin. The only thing I will say though is if you're using a product like this, you have to be vigilant about using sunscreen every single day, because sun exposure is going to make those dark spots come out again, and just sort of fight against what this is trying to do. I know a lot of people say like, oh, this didn't work for me, but if you're not using sunscreen religiously, it's probably not going to. So I've been using mine for about a month and a half now, and I am definitely starting to see these fade. So I can't wait to keep using it. So again, I think the wintertime is really a great time to try something like this, especially if you're not going outside quite as much. Another product from Beauty Pie that is super amazing that I've actually repurchased 3 times already are their super active capsules, the essential ceramides. So if you don't know what ceramides are, they're basically like fatty lipids that are in the barrier of your skin. They actually make up 30 to 40% of our epidermis or outer layer, and they're super important for keeping moisture in and keeping germs and bacteria out. So you really want that barrier to be intact. And when you lose ceramides, your skin tends to get very dehydrated and dry. So I was always very intrigued by the Elizabeth Arden ceramide capsules because it's just a great way to put those ceramides right back in your skin, and it's more concentrated ceramides versus just having some ceramides mixed in with a cream in a low concentration. But these are pretty expensive. They come in different sizes, but they can be anywhere from $47 for a smaller jar to over $100 for the larger ones. So the Beauty Pie option is $16 with a membership, and these are actually biodegradable, so they're made out of seaweed and they will dissolve. Each capsule contains enough to cover my entire face, plus what I like to do is just rub all the excess into my hands at night, and I definitely wake up with hands that are a lot softer. I put like a hand cream on top of it and it's amazing. They do feel a little bit greasy at first when you put them on. Remember, they are a fatty acid, so they are going to have that little bit of a greasy feel, almost like an oil, but these sink in so quickly. My skin just drinks it up because it's what it's craving, it's what it's missing. And after that, they just leave your skin with like the silkiest texture. Then I just put my moisturizer on top and I'm good to go. And I've noticed such a huge difference when using these versus just using a moisturizer at night. I used these all last winter. I went through 2 jars and now I'm on my 3rd one this winter, and I love them so much. Last but not least, I have another really good dupe for the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. So I did talk about a dupe for this in my last dupes video, which was the Beauty Pie Japan Fusion Cream, and I definitely still stand by that dupe. It's really similar, but I feel like, again, Beauty Pie, some of you guys might not be interested in ordering. Maybe you can't get it in your country, or it's just more of a hassle online and you want to find something in store. So one thing that is so super similar is from Bliss, and this is their Explosion Super Rich Moisturizer for Dewy Radiant Skin. So Bliss you can find here at CVS, at Target. They're kind of all over the place in the drugstores now, so really easy to find. They also do have a website though as well. And the Bliss product has the same exact rich, thick texture that just leaves your skin looking so plumped and dewy. This is definitely not for oily skin people, but if you're dry, it's gonna feel so, so good, just like the Tatcha one does. It has shea butter and squalane to hydrate and vitamin C also to brighten, which I don't think the Tatcha one does have. The biggest difference between this one and the Tatcha is that this one has a little bit of mica in it to brighten up your complexion. So in a way, it's almost kind of functioning as makeup too, because that little bit of mica leaves a really nice sheen on your skin, and it works as almost like an illuminating primer before makeup. So I tend to use this a lot during the day under my makeup, and the sheen that this gives your skin just peeks through a tiny little bit. It's not glittery or like overkill. It's actually very, very subtle, but I actually like that because when I first put the Tatcha one on, my skin looks really dewy and glowy, but once it sinks in, that effect kind of goes away. But with the Bliss, it still leaves your skin looking more radiant and healthy and dewy. Like the Tatcha, it does have a scent to it. It's a little bit different though. This one is more of a lavender scent. It goes away pretty quickly though. It's not super overpowering. It's actually very, very mild. So I just wanted to mention that though, in case you are sensitive to fragrances. But overall, I think this is an excellent dupe for the Tatcha at a much more affordable price. All right, guys, so those are my skincare alternatives for high-end. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Also, I'd love to hear about any skincare dupes that you've come across down in the comments below. And if you enjoy dupe videos, definitely hit that subscribe button. I do a lot of those here on my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and watching it. I appreciate it so, so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.